One of the most difficult parts of being an offensive lineman in the NFL is the realization that you are consigned to a life of association. There is no obvious measure of success for football's behemoths, in contrast with virtually every other position on the field, so their emotions rise and fall almost entirely with the skill position players around them. Last Sunday, for example, the Giants' offensive line was giddy in the post-game locker room. Ahmad Bradshaw had rushed for 200 yards in a victory over Cleveland, and the first thing Bradshaw did when he came "Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased." And after the game was thanked the lineman. Guard Chris Snee told reporters that of course we're proud of Bradshaw's total, adding, "It's a big number for him and for us." That happiness, however, was somewhat short-lived. Starting Monday, members of the news media began asking players about this weekend's game against the San Francisco 49ers, the matchup that inspires different sorts of memories for the offensive line. Yes, the Giants beat the 49ers in the NFC Championship game last January on their way to a Super Bowl title. But the game, a thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. 20-17 overtime victory was marked for the linemen by the punishment quarterback Eli Manning took throughout the game. First and foremost among their responsibilities is to always keep the quarterback clean, and on that wet and muddy day, Manning got dirty. Manning was hit at least 18 times during the game, an incredibly high number that included 6 San Francisco sacks. The 49ers officially recorded 12 quarterback hits, a notoriously subjective statistic that does not include sacks, with several of them coming from Manning's blind side and leaving him folded like a soft pretzel beneath the "Thank you for trying verbose." This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Slew of red jerseys. In truth, Manning was probably hit more than 20 times. "It was not what we wanted," tackle Kevin Booth said. "That's our job. We were happy to win the game, of course, but we know the game wasn't a reflection of what we are supposed to do. You want your quarterback standing up, not being knocked down." Giants coach Tom Coughlin was more succinct. "They got to the quarterback many more times than you would like," he said. Booth was one of several players "Thank you for trying verbose." This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. To describe the game as the toughest he had ever played. The gravity of the situation, the difficult conditions and, most especially, the intensity of the 49ers pass rush made the game, as center David Bass said, a constant battle. That does not figure to be significantly different this time around, particularly since the 49ers take the same defensive talent into this meeting. Ray McDonald led the 49ers with 2.5 sacks in January and is still at left defensive end. Justin Smith is still on the other side of San Francisco's 3-4 defense. And thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Aldon Smith and Patrick Willis are still anchoring the linebackers. Coughlin said the Giants must be especially aware of the linebackers. Aldon Smith and Ahmad Brooks, who plays opposite him, have combined for 8 sacks in 5 games this season. Their outside linebackers are really big guys, Giants left tackle Will Beatty said. "They're like defensive ends out there. They can bring all different kinds of pressure, and we have to be ready for it." In the last meeting, the Giants' offensive line was composed of David Diehl at left tackle. "Thank you for trying verbose." This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. In place of the injured Beatty, with Booth at left guard, Bass at center, Snee at right guard and Kareem McKenzie at right tackle. On Sunday, the group will be different. McKenzie is no longer playing in the NFL, and Diehl, who has been battling a knee injury, is unlikely to play. That means Beatty will most likely start at left tackle, with Sean Locklear continuing at right tackle. So far this season, the Giants have protected Manning well. He has been sacked only 4 times and just once since the season opener. Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. The linemen also have the extra motivation of atoning for their collective sins against the 49ers. Watching the film of the team's last game has been a difficult experience this week. Snee said it was awful to relief, and recalled how even on the flight home from California in January, there was a feeling of disgust among the linemen despite the celebrations over having reached the Super Bowl. "You want to play well and do your job, Smee said. "And we knew we didn't do that. That stuck with us all off-season. Thank you for trying, Verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased." Manning, in his typical way, deflected blame from his lineman and said he was not particularly concerned about being battered again this weekend. He pointed instead to the number of passes the Giants attempted in the January game, 58, to only 26 runs, and said that if you throw the ball that many times, you're going to take hits. Diplomatic as that was, the lineman noted differently. They want desperately to avoid another guilt by association performance, and BB pointed to last November, instead of January, when the teams met during the regular season. Thank you for trying, Verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. At Candlestick Park, the Giants lost the game, 27-20, but kept Manning nearly pristine. He was sacked once, and the 49ers recorded only 3 quarterback hits. "What we want," Beatty said Wednesday, "is the result from the second game but the effort from the first." He added, "The more upright Eli is, the better it is for all of us.